And welcome to the Metal Mixtape here on kskq's 89.5 FM Ashland, Oregon, 94.1 FM Medford, Oregon, and streaming online on kskq.org. It's the boy, it's the Don, DJ Ramo. I am beyond honored and excited to have one of the most badass bands that I got to hear in 2025. I just want to tell you the quick story. I was walking, literally, right back some stages. I was going to go grab me a beer, and then I started hearing, like, this insane Valkyrie, like, aggressive scream coming from, like, the stages, and I looked over and I was like, what band is that? You know, because, and then I looked over and I was like, Expellow, and it was just like, you know, I grew up, like, in the metalcore era and, like, the deathcore era and all that. You know, my favorite bands were, like, you know, like, Trivium, All That Remains, As Like Dying, Arch Enemy, and all that, and I became a huge fan, and I recorded a promo video, and the only reason I recorded that is because I was inspired by your guys' performance on stage, where I was like, I gotta turn my camera on. Like, this is one of the best bands I ever heard. So the one and only... It's true. So we are talking to Goody, Nikki, and Mick from Expellow. What is up, everybody?
Hi. Nice to meet you, and we're honored to be here on your show. So, all over from Switzerland, Zurich, Switzerland, actually, now. And,
yep. I got your guys' information. That is absolutely incredible. And like I said, when I got to see you at Wacken, you know, first of all, you know, I love seeing your guys' journey and how much it means to all of you guys. You know, not only the battle to from Switzerland to get to Wacken, but also the battle at Wacken itself. You know, and I just wanted to say, like, I saw, like, how happy you guys were in your face and how proud of you were in that moment. I remember sitting at Wacken United and seeing you guys getting interviewed and everything, and you guys were just, like, beyond excited. And I just wanted to say that, like, you know, it's an honor to talk to you guys, and you guys completely deserved it. And, you know, leading up to something like that, it's a dream come true for so many bands around the world. Wacken is known all around the world. I've known about Wacken since I'm 36. I've known about Wacken since I was 12 years old. You know, and for people in the United States, it's a staple festival. You know, if you play Wacken, it's like it's legendary. It has culture. So let me tell you. So I kind of want to know from, like, the Wacken battle perspective on your end, like how was that battle in Switzerland leading up to going to Wacken?
I would like to start with mentioning that, like, the band exists for, like, a long time. I mean, we were established in 2006 already, and I mean, we took our time with the journey, certainly. So, and in the beginning of 2025, we actually, like, played the very first contest in our band history, which was the Blood Battle for Bad and Blood Festival, and we were all so anxious, and I think we came in second or something, and I was personally so anxious from the whole experience there. I was like, no, I'm never going to play a contest again. That sucks, man. And then we got Marco did sign us up for the Wacken Metal Battle. Then, despite that, we were for the entire contest. We were like, there is no way we're gonna win this, but, like, we were still, like, open-minded and in for the experience, because there was, like, this element of it where we really, for the first time in, like, 18 or 20 years of band history, where we had to actually question the way we do things. And is this still enough? So, like, when you want to win a contest or you strive to win something, and you're being compared and judged and everything, and that makes you a little anxious, yes, but on the other hand, like, it's a good opportunity to, like, just get feedback and then get on how you do things, and how your performance is perceived by the audience and by especially experts on the field. So that was, I think, what brought us the most progress and what we profited from the most. Like, sure, the other bands, and it's been a great journey from start to finish. But also, we learned a lot and got a lot of valuable feedback. So,
yeah, absolutely. You know, growing up, I've never been, like, a huge fan of battles, doing the battle of the bands and all that. And I remember, like, doing it as a teenager, and, like, it was always kind of, like, demoralizing at first, you know, like. But one of the things that, like, you know, I love about Wacken Metal Battle is that they work really hard on on promoting these bands. They work really hard on lifting you up. And I just think it's beautiful. I tell everybody, I'm like, it isn't like any other place. Like when you go to Wacken, they're gonna push you to promote you. They're gonna push your brand. It's a beautiful thing. And was that the biggest crowd you guys ever played to, leading up to Wacken?
Yes.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
So tell me, so after you guys won the Switzerland battle, what was your experience when you had to get to Wacken? Like as far as like setting up, how much time you had on stage to set up, and just to go. Like what was that experience like? Like walk us through it. Like imagine like if I just won and you were my manager, you're like, all right, this is what you guys are gonna do now that you won. Like tell me about your first day at Wacken.
First day, I think we arrived. I think on Tuesday we were driving through the night, like from Monday night to Tuesday morning, and then we arrived. We had the check-in, the entire thing. We got like to the, I think, production office or something. And I mean the logistics on the entire Wacken is it's gigantic.
Yeah.
It's ginormous. We have never experienced anything like this. And yeah, you get checked in, you get your artist, your wristbands and everything. You get all the information and stuff. Then you go. We were in the VIP camping. It's like a bit of a separated camping. It's not artists only. But like most of the metal battle bands have been there. And which was amazing. We had like when we were setting up camp, then after some time other bands joined, and when we had the first talks and stuff, so it was all like a big family feeling. Kind of, I think like Killatin were our camp neighbors from Canada.
I love
they were so funny, and we had a great time, and we immediately like connected. I think Switzerland and Canada. I think that's a lot of things we have in common, I think.
Yeah.
We also met the guys from the United States.
Morning, huh?
Morning High, yeah.
I met them as well, but not on the camping then.
No, that was in the United area, backstage,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Reddity, like from Spain, met them too. They were really cool, and
So they had all the flags on their camp, didn't they?
yeah.
Great.
It was just this whole entire, we were a big family feeling. But like you could also see like before all these shows were played that there was like a certain tension in the air, because it's absolutely exciting. This is like the thing that like so many bands, especially bands from Europe, and you grew up with Wacken, and that's like you start a band, and then it's like what would be like the biggest thing you could achieve? It's playing Wacken, of course. And
I mean, most of the bands who play Wacken Metal Battle, they're local qualifiers, like in Switzerland. Their goal is like, okay, let's win the local qualifier, then we play at Wacken, and there is no chance we're gonna win that one there. So we're just so happy we can play at Wacken anyway. So yeah.
And then we set up camp, and then we had our show on Wednesday, and so we woke up in the morning, and then we had like a pretty strict time frame. We were like we were on I think 1 p.m. and 5 minutes. No. 1:05 I think, and p.m. And then but like at 11 or something, we were already up for like loading and our things and everything, and I think we were backstage or behind the stage at like 12 o'clock or something on noon, and then and it's like we have those 20-minute slots, and then like 20 or 30 minutes is
it's prep time.
It's prep time, and then you could just, but it's like it's
prep time and sound check was longer than the gig, and I mean for some reason we prepared, we set everything up, and then everything went so quick, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, you're starting now, and I'm like, we don't even have time to be nervous backstage, and all right, it's gonna start right now. And then it started, and as soon as it started, it already has finished. So,
Like, were you nervous? Because I wasn't. I was excited. Yes.
No, I wasn't nervous because I didn't have the time for it.
No, because I think I was tense a little, but not like in a negative way, because it's just this. I think at some point it just gets so abstract, like with playing Wacken, and then it's a contest situation, and then you have you see this enormous crowd, like 15,000 people, I don't know, and then you get in the back of your mind that it's like a jury of 45 people from all over the world judging you right now, so you just have to kind of push it all away, and at some point you just have to switch off your mind and be like, let's just enjoy this show, and just go for it and make the most of it. And we had people telling us before the show, try to just, even if it's 2 seconds, but try to just for a moment stand there and just kind of take it all in.
Yeah.
The view and everything, the atmosphere, the people, everything. Just try to take it all in. And I was like, I got 20 minutes to do that. How hard can it be? And I came off the stage. I don't know what fucking happened. I was in tunnel vision the entire time. But it was so amazing. And
yeah, but it also felt like the audience was so far away because they had this media trench.
The photo pit was
the trench was
10-15 meters.
10-15 meters of trench, it felt like, and then there was the stage end where the monitoring or the wedges were, and then there's still more end of the stage and more end of the stage, and then the rail comes for the videographers, then the media trench, and then they have the wave breakers for the audience. And you could maybe, if you just looked up for a second, you could see some guys in the first row.
But you gotta know, normally we're a band, we go into the crowd, we go, we announce Circle Pit, we announce Wall of Depths and everything. So these have been things that you're not supposed to do that on Wacken there. So it's pretty strict. So, and we got this whole entire list of things that we weren't allowed to do, by default. It's for every band plus minus. But we were like, oh, shit, this is pretty hard, because we're a band. Yeah, because we're a band that really gets close and skin to skin with our audience.
Yes.
And that's kind of part of our identity. And when we got there and saw how far we were physically from the audience, there was we have to bridge that gap somehow, and without this interactions being allowed, it was I think this was the hardest challenge for us, to just stay authentic and to just make them feel our energy,
and also connect with the audience.
Yeah,
it was hard. Yeah,
I mean, but in a way it wasn't hard, because the people were so. I think they were so here for us, and
despite the rain, and the bad weather, which. Yeah,
they were so captured for some reason, and they went with it. So it was so amazing to play, because I was worried for a second before the show, when I had this, when I saw this pit, and I was like, oh my god, how am I going to engage?
No, hey,
with the people. So.
You know what? I saw the photographer and videos, and you guys had a great stage chemistry and performance, anyways. And I thought you guys did a great job. And also, it teaches you for future festivals now what to expect, because let me tell you, I've seen pits way bigger at other festivals besides Wacken. I've seen pits way longer, where it's literally 15 meters just far in front of you. Before you guys went on stage, did you guys have a little band chat, where you guys kind of just give you guys how the Power Rangers all put their hands together, the Ninja Turtles, was there something you guys told each other before you went on stage, all right, guys, this is a time of our life. We got to go out there and kick ass.
Huh? It's very cliche. It's very cliche.
No, I want to hear it.
It's a very private.
It's not even private. We have this film on YouTube, our recap film, The Road to Wacken. It's in there.
Oh, okay.
You could play it when you air the show or something. You could play a snippet from that. So we get together. And we're basically, I'll translate it, and we'll just get together and be like, cheese. Cheese. But
It kind of happened because I mean, obviously we're doing that for I think more than 5 years now.
Yeah.
And at some point we were like, yeah, we don't even have something to do to encourage each other before the show.
What a shame!
And
what a waste!
What a shame, because every other band is like, yeah, let's stick our heads together and then do something, and they do like,
And it was like the first thing that kind of came to our minds for some reason, because we all like cheese.
It's I think we had like this big ass plate of cheese in France.
You're right.
Yeah,
We had like 20 different cheeses in France that we kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
And we were there like eating 2 hours cheese. Cheese only.
We like cheese.
I love it. No,
Yeah.
me too. You know what?
Like-
I love that saying because it's like it's almost a way to like break the ice and calm everybody down before the storm. You know, it's like, guys, we like cheese.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like it's better cheese than old milk.
Yeah.
Right. That's
What it really
so,
I think
so
when you're like nervous, it keeps you a little bit down because it's a little bit funny. So you're like relaxed immediately after this stupid thing.
Take the tension out of it.
Yeah.
So let me just tell you by experience. So I didn't know when I got to Wacken that all the winners from all around the world were going to do a secondary contest. I had absolutely no idea that was going to happen. Like, but when I was showing up to Wacken United, and like you guys were saying, like I saw Guillotine, I saw Ratity, a band from like India, a band from like Japan, and I'm just like, and in my head I looked around, I'm like, man, this is some of the best around the world right here. I was like, and so it's like you're not only just playing to Wacken, but you're playing on a stage that's getting represented by everyone around the world. Like, did that go in the back of your head at all when like you knew there was going to be like a second contest to go there, going like, holy crap, guys, like there's like, and when I saw all the different countries on stage and bands, they brought different cultures, different styles to their metal. It almost looked like a battlefield where all these like all these like armies from all around the world came and like they're here for one battle. Did you guys? I know you were talking about the band feeling like tension, you know, when you first got there and everything. What was that like when you knew there was going to be a secondary battle, and also like, and tell me the experience about you guys finding out that you guys won first place.
Oh my god!
Well, I think the thing about the second contest, or like the contest at Wacken, it's for most bands, and well, that's what I personally believe. But I think for most bands, the big prize is to play at Wacken.
Yeah.
And
yes,
I'm not really sure if all bands knew that there was a second contest. I mean, there's even the contest. The final of the contest is at Wacken. You just played the local semifinals, and we won the local semifinals. And I think also most bands who competed with us, they didn't know that the contest was going on at Wacken. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you just win a slot at Wacken, and that's fine. All right, cool, let's do that."
Do you think that? Because I had a very different impression.
No, I knew about it because I informed myself, but I heard from many other people that they didn't know that the contest was still going on at Wacken.
I don't know. I think the people or the bands that I talked with, they were very well aware.
Yeah, of course, but
the contest was ongoing, but like I feel like what is important to mention is that there was like, it wasn't really competitional among the bands. I mean, yes, everyone who I think knew that the contest was going on, and everyone wanted to do their best, but not just because it's a contest, but because this is like the gig of a lifetime for many bands, and because you're playing Wacken. And
that's why I think that's a big prize. The big prize is playing at Wacken.
I mean, everybody won there, who got to play there in a sense. So
everybody.
And that's, I think that's the beauty of it. So everybody is there. Everybody won already. They all know that like out of 30 bands, only one will have the chance to like come again the next year. The one who wins first. So and aside from that, it just wasn't competitional. Everyone was like, we're a big family. You exchange with the other bands. You find out like how similar you are, and that in some places you have like problems that you both can relate to, or just experiences that are kind of canon events and stuff like all over the world. And I think that was one of the coolest things, because there's like we never had like a situation like this where you have like bands from all over the world, so condensed and with such a fluent possibility to just exchange, because like in the bigger festivals, like the bigger bands like from all over the world, normally a band our level doesn't have access to that, so you just come into contact with promoters from so many countries, and that's like no matter where you stand in the final ranking, that's something that you can really profit from. So like being able to go there, like from a networking perspective, it's like a win in every case, no matter how you make it in the final ranking. So, and for us it was like Switzerland is never in, like I think Switzerland is part of the contest ever since 2006, and it was I think founded in 2004. And in all these years, I mean Switzerland wasn't like active throughout all these years, but like in all those years that Switzerland participated, I think we never made it into the top 10. So for us it was like the time-honored tradition of not making it to the final ranks. We did know, we had like a good feeling after our show. We were like, hey, everything went smoothly for us. It was like most things we felt like went very good, and we were happy with the show, so there was nothing we could say like in hindsight what we could have made like better, or oh my god we fucked up, or no, nothing like that. So that was nice. But like of course the promoters cannot talk to you. They can't, I mean they can talk to you, but they can't really tell you where you stand in the rankings. I still had several coming to me and like complimenting, and I was also like exchanging with the promoter from Switzerland, and I was asking him like took him aside and said, hey, how do you feel, like do you even have a chance or anything? Like what's your guess? Because I knew it was guesses at most. So and he was like, oh no, it's gonna be that's gonna be tough, so like don't expect too much. And I was like, oh, all right, okay, probably not then. And then like he walked away, and 2 seconds after him, like another promoter came to me and was like, you were so awesome, and I think Switzerland could actually like do something crazy this year. And I was like, what am I to think now? Like you can, so you just to save your sanity, you just like keep your expectations low, and just, but yeah, we were happy with our show, and that was that. And then was like the moment when we came to the when it came to the winner announcements, and the press tent was like absolutely packed, and we were like somewhere.
I was there.
Yeah, we were somewhere like in the back, way in the back, like standing in a corner, like watching. And then we thought like Finland or especially Argentina would be like among the higher ranks, and then they were called and announced as winners also. Like I think Argentina made it fourth place, and Finland was like second place. That was crazy. And then when they were about to announce the first place, because you don't really expect that. No. But then they were like starting with the hints. So like and they hinted like I think no navy. The country has like, it's a European country, has no navy. There is mountains, and there is like a very strange language. So
I think it can't be us. It can't be us.
No, I gotta be really honest with you, because I then just, I felt like Austria didn't participate, and I was like, I had no other country in mind but this description would match. So I was just mentally, that very moment those 4 hints were said, I was just mentally preparing myself at that point. So when they said Switzerland, I was like a bit prepared, but like you can't ever be fully prepared for what happened after. So
I was preparing myself, so they say Switzerland, but I still had like this feeling in my mind where they just invent another country which has the same things, or they just get it wrong. Like, they have
Sweden.
they have mountains. It's the Netherlands, and I'm like,
one of those countries I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those countries I don't know. Yeah. So,
No, that's absolutely incredible. So I don't want to take too much more of your time, so I'm gonna close it out with some fun questions, but. And also just like one more question, like before we get into the fun questions, like how was it after you won and then riding that high for the rest of the festival? Like, were you guys just like in the best mood the rest of the festival? Did you guys celebrate? Did you guys have drinks, some food? Because like, you know, I was hanging out with Radity a lot. I was hanging out with Guillotine a lot. It's funny you mentioned them because those are like I actually interviewed Guillotine last year. They're some of my great friends. And I remember seeing all the winners' faces. They all look like little kids after they won. They look so happy. Like did you guys just experience Wacken the rest of the way? Like afterwards, like did you guys do anything to celebrate?
Yeah, I think
we had fondue.
We had fondue, yeah. We had a fondue. We had a cheese fondue, and also it was the 1st of August. Which is our national? It's our national day.
It's a national holiday, yeah.
It's a national holiday.
We won first time for Switzerland on our national holiday, which was amazing in and of itself. So, and I think for me personally, it was a bit exhausting, to be honest, because there were so many interviews. There were so many. I think you can also like put in snippets from the video on YouTube where it's like. There were like people pulling on my sleeve and stuff to get interviews and stuff. So this is a bit the blessing and the curse of being like face of the band a little bit. So people just kind of comment and crash over you. But and then like I think it was like 3 hours of mayhem for me. And then I got like, and then Marco, fortunately, like kind of organized that I could go into the artist area again, because we weren't allowed to go to the artist area as of Friday because our wristbands were only like valid through Wednesday and Thursday. So like we could hang out in the United area after that, but like not in the artist area. And I was allowed to go to the artist area just to like have lunch in peace because I was about to drop because I couldn't I was like in tunnel vision again and like didn't eat and everything, so I was really exhausted and somehow just enjoyed a food break without being disturbed, which was nice. But I think when the exhaustion like started to settle a bit and everything and the chaos and all these emotions, I think that it was just I was so proud of us and I was so happy we did that and there was a lot of joy and reassurance I think in what we do and in who we are. So that's really nice.
You know, I bet when you were getting all these interviews and you got all exhausted, it made you wonder like, man, is this what like famous people go through every day? You know, like you're like, okay, I know why Justin Bieber looks like that now. You know, people won't stop talking to him, but people won't leave him alone.
I feel like there sure are healthy ways to cope with everything. So
okay,
just leave. Yeah, it's a very healthy way.
No, I feel
out
like
of your way.
For some, I think maybe, but I mean we're not famous or anything, and I think it's been nice to like have this experience and everything, and I'm super excited for everything that awaits us.
Me too.
Based on the things that we achieved and beyond. So but like, yeah, I'm open-minded. I think we have a good support system. We have like a solid base of friendship, like 20 years of friendship, most of us, and that's a really solid base. And I think they can withstand, I don't know what, but like a lot of things.
You know, I've actually I talked to my friend Eric about you guys because he runs a lot of the Wacken metal battle here in the United States. I do judging in Oregon over here. And he was telling me, he's like, I was telling him about Expellow. He's like, yeah, dude, I've been listening to them for years, dude. I was like, they're badasses. They're like, yeah, they've been around, dude. And like, I'm proud of them. All right, to end the interview, I'm gonna go around to Goody, Nikki, and Mick, and we're gonna start off with Goody first. At Wacken, who do you think had the most iconic performance at Wacken 2025? And we're gonna go to everybody here. Everybody's gonna have a chance to answer.
Oh.
Like what was that one moment for you? Not including Expellow. What was that moment where you saw somebody on stage and you were just like, man, like that motivated me?
I think it's a really old German band, Pop.
Oh, okay.
They are really, really old, and they sing in a really strange local dialect.
Okay.
So I didn't understand anything. It's German anyways, but I didn't get it. But I know my parents already listened to them when they were young. And that gave me a feeling of, that's so great that you can do music from, let's say, your 20s, well into your 70s, perhaps 80s? Mm-hmm. Not really 70s, let's say 70s. Should you? No, but that was great to see that you can do that. That it's not like, you do your thing from 20 to 30 and after that life has to be boring. You can do music all your life long. That really inspired me to keep on doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. How about you, Nikki? Let's go to you next. What was your favorite performance or a performance at Wacken that inspired you, that you were just like, whoa?
Honestly, that's a little bit embarrassing for this year or for last year, saying, because I was sick the whole time, so I couldn't enjoy any of the other bands except for my own gig, because I had to get back to my hotel to recuperate my fever and everything. But I'd say, I mean, if I could pick some bands from different years I went to Wacken, it would definitely be Lamb of God, which had an astonishing performance there.
I love it. How about you, Mick? What was a performance you saw at Wacken that inspired you, that you were just like, or years before?
I think for me, I was my first Wacken was like in 2007, but I don't remember that much of it. Only that I was like stage diving to the Apokalyptischen Reiter, but 2025, I think I have to say it's Saltatio Mortis. It's like this.
It was insane.
It's also a German band, and they had like this mind-blowing, I think 25 years anniversary show that they pulled off with like where they did everything. They did everything
you
could do. Now the funny thing is that I have seen this band many years ago at the Ren fairs, playing at the smallest goddamn stages you could imagine, at some local, I don't know, backcountry Ren fairs somewhere where they played like every other hour or something. So and that was many years ago. And then seeing them on this big stage, then I mean it's not really music that I listen to privately. It's just music that that really kind of I encountered over and over again over the course of my journey. But it was so cool to just see them getting to do all these crazy things on this headline slot there in Wacken, when they started out like pretty humble. And I think it was really reflecting. It was a reflection for me on my own journey with Expellow, where we like started out also very humble and playing our first show in some scouts hut, and, with everything. So and then making it to a Wacken stage. And I mean, we wouldn't. Maybe this is just the beginning. Who knows? Yeah,
I like it.
We'll see where it takes us from here.
All right. Another super fast question. We'll start with Mick on this one. In a zombie apocalypse, you could have one weapon to protect your family from zombies. What is your one weapon?
Oh my god.
No, God doesn't.
like your house is getting bombarded. There's zombies, and all of a sudden a genie comes and goes. You could have one weapon to kill these zombies. You can have what? It could be a lightsaber. It could be a bazooka. It could be a tank. The only thing it can't be is the cure.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Shit.
A lawnmower?
A lawnmower. You have. What's the name of the game? What's the name of the game? Rise. Upright? No.
I think
Yeah.
I've got this brain dead or something.
No. Yeah. The lawnmower thing. No. Oh my god. I think. Oh shit. But something. I think something silent, because I'm when I play video games, I'm always going like some stealth arching.
stealth archer,
I'm always doing this stealth thing. So like a technical bow or something
Cool.
that is silent, that I could like I don't know, that I could use.
Not the lawnmower then.
Not the lawnmower, just because we don't want to raise any attention. We just we just put them out from afar. We go grab the arrows, and then we delta the fuck out. So
I like it. How about you, Nikki? What is your one weapon to destroy the zombie horde?
Probably something cutty. I don't know. Maybe a sword. We'll go for that one. I think it's the easiest and most. I mean, silence is not bad in that case. I mean, I don't want to raise a lot of attention to myself or so. So maybe that, or something with fire. Is fire loud? Would you consider fire loud?
sure.
No. Why? A flamethrower, maybe.
I like it. How about you, Goody? What is your one weapon to destroy the zombies?
I think, to be honest, the lawnmower is a little bit too big, so perhaps I would go for a flying wee guitar. If I survive this whole shit, I've got the flying wee guitar. That's perfect.
I love it. That's sweet. All right. Last question. We'll start off with Goody on this one. If you could explain Wacken in one word, what was that one word?
Oh. As simple as party.
Party.
Party?
Party. Okay. What about you, Nikki? If you could explain Wacken in one word, what would it be?
Weather phenomenons.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can never anticipate just one little bit of the weather at Wacken. It can be sun, rain, I don't know, maybe snow. Did we have ever snow?
No.
It could be, maybe, but
Wouldn't be surprised.
you have to anticipate anything, and I think weather phenomenon. That's what counts for Wacken for me.
What about you, Mick?
I'm kind of torn between legendary and enormous because it's just gigantic, but it's also from the vibe and everything. When you come there, you kind of feel that you're part of like an ongoing history, and that there's like that there's just this legendary vibe to it, everything. So, like,
What's
either fits.
No, I love
I have to decide.
Yeah, what's up?
Or
Okay, no, we got it right. You said either enormous or legendary.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. You know what, guys? You guys have been a band for 20 years now. Just absolutely crushing it. Before I let you go, and I want to know exactly what you guys are doing in 2026. But what's a piece of advice you can give to bands that want to achieve this dream, that work hard, that you know, like Goody was talking about, getting inspired to play longer, and all this, like what's a piece of advice you can give, like, let's say like somebody who's like 15 years old or 16 and like starting a metal band, and they have these dreams. What is something you would tell if you guys could tell yourself a piece of advice while you guys were kids that you learned now, what would it be?
Don't do it. Do something with no. Don't do it. Go to school. No, I mean, I would say
You went to school. You're literally an engineer.
well, but too late. Do not stop. Do not stop. And yeah, I mean, I hate the song, but don't stop believing. I really hate it. Yeah, just do what you like, and don't do what others like.
I love
Yeah,
that.
or just stay true to yourself. I was, for the longest time of this 20 years, I wasted a lot of energy in being insecure about what we're doing, because we did sound like a bit different than like generally metalcore or hardcore. You couldn't like kind of put us into a drawer here. So and I was always questioning myself: is that because we're worse? Is that because we're better, or is it neither? And it's just different, and that's it. So and that's why I was talking about reassurance earlier before, because like winning this contest has given us so much reassurance, or myself personally, a lot of reassurance that what we were doing, the way that we are, that having this handwriting and the energy and being authentic, that this is like a big gift, and this is like what makes us as a band really, I think, stand out. And you don't achieve that by chasing after what other people do, and just listen to yourself. What are you passionate about? What do you love doing? What makes you like have fun? And because if you stop having fun, you're not on the right track anymore. And there's always time spans where it's hard. Where you will have to practice. You'll have to get through rough spots. Everyone does, but just stay with yourself and stay true to yourself through this.
I love that.
Real recognize real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting inspired by you guys right now. So, what about Goody? Any final word?
Yeah, I would say you shouldn't have too much expectations for anything, but enjoy everything that happens. Sometimes it's the small things like playing together, practicing together. It isn't necessarily the biggest show that you play or many sold records. Often it's just the time that you spend with your friends doing music, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be any more than that.
I love it. All right, we're gonna end the interview. What are some big plans or any plans that you could give us for 2026? Like what's Expellow's goal in this new year?
We have several festivals, including Wacken, that we're going to play this summer, and we're super excited for that. We have just today released like a little list with the things that are like confirmed so far. You can have a look in our socials and check it out. And we're also planning on releasing a bit of new music. Yeah.
And also it's our 20th anniversary this year.
That as well.
Congratulations, guys. It's so. No, believe me, I've been playing in bands my whole life. I'm in a band now, and being in a band like for that long and together, it takes a lot of work, and it's a family, and you really gotta care about what you're doing and love it. And I just, like I said, when I first got to Wacken, when I heard you guys on stage, you guys immediately made me turn my head. And I was just like, oh my God, I gotta watch Expellow. Like, so, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to Mick, Nikki, and Goody, dude. I can't wait to see you guys next year. I'm gonna be at Wacken next year. I'm gonna be front row. I'm gonna be slamming all sorts of beers down while you're going. I'm gonna be like, I know Goody. I
know. Yeah, see you there then.
Amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, see you there.
All right, guys. Before I let you go, last final word to your fans.
Go to shows, support bands, support not only us, but support every other band as well, of course, because that's what makes the whole scene. Go to smaller shows, buy their merch, buy their CDs, do that. Yeah. Maybe spare one beer and buy one more CD or T-shirt, and you're just gonna make the day for another up-and-coming band. And I think that's what makes the scene living. And buy tickets in advance.
Yeah,
do that.
Buy tickets in advance.
Buy tickets in advance, so small promoters and small bands can count on people. Yeah, that's very important.
This is what keeps the scene alive, and not like necessarily the big shows, but like those people with a lot of heart, will pour their heart and soul into like the very roots, the very grassroots aspect of it. So go support that, and even if it's just showing up, you don't have to like throw all your money in, but like just showing up, spreading the word, all these things can go a long way. So yeah, and thank you so much for your ongoing support and
rock and roll in it. All right,
rock
guys.
and roll, yeah.
All right. Before I click this end button on 3, let's all go Wacken, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, Wacken! All right, guys. Mick, Nikki, Goody from Expellow. Please check them out on all platforms. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I can't wait to show the rest of the world this interview. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Yeah.